Wicked, 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 wicked. Wicked tones, you know.
I gotta think about how I want to say this without offending people. No, I'm kidding. If someone's offended, that's their problem. So there's just a lot of people come to me for help with back and like understanding how to move with their back. A lot of people, there's usually like two problems when it comes to people's backs and development. Because one, they're too pinched. So they're like, obviously everyone knows, can imagine what that looks like. Their just shoulders are pinched back and they're kind of retracted and they're like just very narrow because the back never opens. They never lengthen or reach for stuff, right? It's always this little jerky little pulls, right? So for people who are like that, the opposite of that is people who are just wide as fuck but have no detail. So they got this like great shoulder width and like upper lats, but they're not engaging their back properly. So they're not getting like the meat of their back, let's say, the mid back, let's say. So for the first problem, people who are pinched, you can just set up differently on different machines to help them engage better, right? And it might take them having a spotter, or it might just take a matter of you lowering the weight just to get yourself in certain positions. So if I'm one of these guys who's pinched and I'm doing this machine, let's say I'll do it double. I would usually probably do this machine single, but so say I want to do rows off here. The last thing I want to do as a pinched guy is to be up here and just do what I normally do and do this shit, right? I want to create more opening in my back. So in essence, I want to start myself as open as I can be with chest pressure on the pad. So I'm more lengthened than I've ever been if I'm a pinch guy, because pinch guys are all going to do this when they sit up with weight. They're all going to sit here and then they're going to release and then they're going to pull. So as you can see, the release isn't that great. It's like they're getting a little, what they perceive to be stretched because their hand's getting pulled, but their back's not moving at all. So in essence, we want to start so this is completely lengthened, and I want to dig my chest in and then hang here. So I want to get comfortable how I'm off the stack here and I can feel my back being pulled. I'm almost out of posture, so that when I posture up here and I lock into mid-back, I can rock through. And for the pinch guys, we want to lock out and relax and then drive. So I don't want to pull till I feel the middle of my, like the middle of my back, my spine. If this is going down, I want to pull until I feel those inner muscles right by my spine or my mid-back pulling open a bit through the pressure of this pad and my hand pulling, right? I don't want to pull till I feel that. I don't want to rip myself off. I want to dig into those fibers where it's like I feel like my spine is being pushed out through this chest pad, and then I'm rocking my shoulders back down and through, or high wherever the row is, the angle, right? So that I can pull. So I'm going to go slow on the negative and let that pull happen, sit in that stretch, and then drop elbows, drive chest up and pull. And pull. So pinch guys, the more time you spend in that position that no one wants to be in apparently, especially you guys, it's just about pulling this fucking, getting in a strong position and yanking. The more time we can spend here, even if we're at the end of the set, say we've done 12 reps, 15, whatever the fucking reps are, I'm pulling here, and I'm really conscious of like my head position getting pulled here, and I can sit in this stretch and let my back open with weight is going to cause more stretch and more growth than you just going like. So understand that you can hold that position because this is still tension. Whoever said that like the end of the motion is not tension, as long as I'm holding this weight off the stack, there's tension. That's what people don't get. It's not like you don't create this tension field and go and pull. If you're allowing your body to just grab onto weight and hold, this is 70 pounds. You guys, other guys who here be doing this 180, 200 pounds. I'm sitting here and I'm that stretch and this pressure into this pad here and light on my feet, ass back, is creating back tension like crazy right now. Like this is a stretch for me. It's not even an exercise right now. I'm stretching the shit out of my back. Now I'm gonna posture up a bit and pull. Then I'm gonna let my arms get pulled, dig into my chest pad, and then drive. Right? Because for the pinch guys, we gotta make your body understand that it's okay for your shoulders to come forward and around. We don't want people walking around like this all the time, hunched over and round, but you guys have the opposite problem. So what would be the fix for that? To be like this. If we don't understand how to make the body and the shoulders move and contract like this, if you're always here, this is never happening. You guys that are like pinched and up like this, like you don't ever get this shoulder to do that. It's always just here, even on your pulls. It's just this. It's not. It's not shoulder rocking and rolling, right? So the more time you can spend, and even on like stupid shit like the fucking T-bar row I hate, that's actually a fucking great exercise for guys who are pinched to just hang there and stretch, right? So if we do it, I don't recommend this. People use it, whatever they want to use it for. But on guys who are pinched, if you hang over here and feel that chest pressure here and let that back open, don't stand so erect in your feet that you're literally like standing at attention like a fucking, I don't know what that is. Like,
it's like a skier.
You're like the front of a boat.
Yeah.
Like a fucking, I was like, what are those things? Oh, it's like the hood ornament on a car. Like, so just come out of posture and just relax here and feel yourself melt into that chest pad and let those arms get pulled. Because right now I'm stretched like crazy. So if you start your back where it got off by over, you can rock out of it, rock through it, pull. Never actually doing a pull, you can create that sensation of your back getting pulled around something, right? I'm sure there's better options for the T-bar than this. The seated one would probably be better, but it's just getting you guys to understand that like you need to, in order to get out of that pinch position, you have to start being really relaxed in that really wide open position. So we somehow come to some type of middle ground where we're not here and we're not here, but we're just kind of like here. So the lat can actually sit open. And when you go to pull without thinking, your lats almost have to work because the shoulder understands how to rock and how to move and retract. So you're getting more chest lift, you're getting more engagement in your back. All these different things are happening, so you're actually developing a better physique, right? Having a pinched back that's a bigger back is cool, but it's gonna look like shit when you open up your lat spread. And if your back is one solid piece, nothing happens when you hit shots. You just put your arms up and little muscles pop out and there's like some definition. If there's not pieces of your back, if we don't see erectors, if we don't see lats open, if we don't see traps, if we don't see rhomboids, we don't see these pieces, you need to look in the mirror and understand that you don't have a good back. You could be a pro bodybuilder. There's tons of them out there. Top guys. Shit backs. Great upper shoulders and traps. But their back is fucking lats, erectors, like density in that back is next to nothing. Because they've just been taught, oh, you know, I got these big round shoulders and these big traps. That's my back, right? That makes me look big. It's like, oh, but those same guys turn around at the show. All poses are even. Then we turn around at the show. That's why people say shows are won from the back, because everyone looks good from the front, man. You wouldn't be a pro if you don't look good from the front. When you turn to the back, though, it's when we separate the men from the boys, right? So that's why a lot of guys are getting beat in these shows that are going on now, or shows that will come up like the Olympia and stuff, because they look fucking great from the front, hitting those most musculars, hitting these ab thighs, like even side shots look good. Turn to the back, 18-year-old development on a 40-fucking-something-year-old bodybuilder who's a top 10 in the Olympia. Because they've just been so concerned with like having overall size that they haven't taken the time to like, oh, my shoulders are narrow, I'm pinched. I want to create as much opening as I can where I can feel that lat coming around so that I can create a new posture for myself. So I don't just look like this waddling, pinched little fuck, right? So it's the same thing with these, with guys who are, we see guys all the time, and girls. Girls are notorious for this. They're wide as shit, but they have no definition. They have no mid-back, right? So they're super wide. They can't get their mid-back. They can't get like lats to develop and stuff because they just pull everything high and wide, and everything is just this wide pull, even wide pull downs that are just ridiculously wide. Like the grip these people take, you'd have to be over 7 feet tall for that to be a normal grip for you. Understanding like how your elbow drops into your body. Like if you're pulling way out here, nothing's happening, man. You're just pulling right down into rear delt and rhomboid and into trap. There's nothing happening with lat out here. It's here, right? So these people that don't have this lat development or want to get like the lat to kind of go with them as they open, they're gonna have to do the opposite of these guys, where they're gonna have to get someone to spot them, or they're gonna have to lower the weight like we said and start almost where we feel our lat engage. So this is like pretty much a full rep, if not 3/4 of a rep. So I'm still pressured into this pad and my chin's down, my head's back. I'm locked into elbows down, lats are locked in. I'm gonna let my lats let my hands go and feel that stretch, and then I'm gonna slide back to that spot. So I'm gonna feel my lats go from the back, and then I'm gonna drop elbow. My first movement is down and up through. So I'm never letting this happen. And I'm never trying to pull wide. I'm just trying to get where I feel this tension the most. So even if your spotter starts you here, pulls you up and sets you here into where your back feels, it's the same pull. It's the same pull, same feeling you're gonna feel when you pull a rear lat spread. That Christmas tree everyone's trying to get, these fucked up angles they take, it's chin down, head back, shoulders back. It's not this. Like if you hit it like that, you're fucked. That's why you don't have a back, right? So pull up here and do this. It's the same positioning as here in the sense that look at this monster. We sit here and we lock into lats here, so let out from that position. Imagine you're in the end position of your rear lat spread where you're pulling it. We're gonna let out from there. Right when we feel we're about to lose lats, slide back into lat again. So feel lats are opening, lats are pulling. Whereas on this one, when we're pulling here, we're getting the length, it's hand pulling and rocking, right? I'm not trying to pull with back so much. We're trying to, on the inside one, we're trying to get those wide guys to feel that lat and really grab. We're trying to squeeze through lat, push lat out, push lat out. So we're pushing lats around, pulling in. The other one, we're digging in, pulling open. This is my Halloween costume this year. Me and my girlfriend.
What is that? Is that Dog the
Dog the Bounty Hunter. Rest in peace to Beth.
Yeah.